welcome back to the Football Terrace. Good morning to each and every single one of you. Smash the like button right now, please. Subscribe, turn on the bell notification button, follow the Discord server, and a big shout out as well to our title sponsors, Manscaped. You get your 20% discount code. Quite a few of you have been sending me pictures, actually, of what you've ordered from Manscaped. About 5 or 6 of you have DM'd. So if you've ordered some products from Manscaped, do me a favor and send me some DMs of what it is you've actually ordered. I won't share it publicly, of course, but it's quite nice, actually. Some of the stuff was making me laugh what you've all bought. One guy went all out, you know, and has pretty much bought every single product available on their website. So fair play to that man who's done that. I hope you're all well this morning. I hope you're all good. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. Big football match today. Huge football match today. Manchester United, of course, taking on Liverpool in the FA Cup. It's going to be huge, epic. We will be live after that match. Don't you worry about that. We're going to take your calls this morning. We're going to get you on the air this morning because I want to hear what you've got to say in relation to this story we're about to go through. Plus, we'll cover a plethora of other topics. But always remember, like and share this video to as many people as possible. It's really imperative to the Football Terrace that you get that done. We'll share the link for the show on our Discord server. We'll share it. We'll put it out there in the general chat. So that's where you'll find us. That's where you need to be. That's what you need to do. That be the SP. I know a lot of people want to talk about Amad Diallo as well. Lots of stuff being spoken about in the press in relation to him in the past few hours or so. And yeah, I'm going to give you my overarching thoughts on that. You know, mainly as to where we need to be very careful as a footballing fraternity, but of course from a Man United fan's point of view. Now, let's delve into this news story. Let's talk about what's being said out there in this world right now. A number of reports across multiple outlets claim that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is about to steal or is about to jump in front of or get Klopp's main target for £55 million. The report is that Manchester United are going to leapfrog in front of Liverpool and take Upamecano away from Jurgen Klopp and Anfield. That's the news that's circulating. I want your thoughts and feelings on that. I want your thoughts and feelings on it first and foremost. Do you really think it's possible that Manchester United, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in charge, can take one of the best up-and-coming defenders in the world from the grasps of Liverpool? Do you think that can happen? Do you think that can happen? That's the question I want to pose to you all. That's what I want to talk about today in relation to this story. We'll go through it in a little bit more detail. I'll go through it sort of bit by bit. But that's the main anchoring story that I'm seeing on social media. A lot of people said Upamecano to Bayern Munich. And that's my fault here. I kind of looked at this news story circulating to you literally, Michael Austin, you've read my mind. My first thought was, really? They're doing this today? Man United play Liverpool and suddenly we're taking their main transfer target away? I don't know. Perfect timing, maybe. Stoking the fires a little bit. But yeah, I can't buy into it if I'm being honest. I don't think any Premier League club's picking him up. I really, unless Man United put a £55 million bid in today, which is about 10 to £15 million above the buyout clause that activates in the summer, I don't think there's a cat's chance in hell of getting that done. I don't think there's a cat's chance in hell of getting that done. But I want your views. I want your opinions on this story. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Let's get this past 1,000 likes today, please, people. Let's get it done. And sign up to the Discord server because we're going to open the lines up to you soon. Karth here says Terry, Van der Beek and Terrace said to be starting. Yeah, I've heard that too. There's a lot of talk about Diallo as well, isn't there? and he wasn't in the squad yesterday. I see a lot of disappointment from people on social media, and we just got to calm down. And we'll move on to Diallo a little bit later. But when it comes, Terrace for me should be starting in this game. Van der Beek should be starting in this game. I'd be disappointed, very disappointed, if Van der Beek doesn't start. Frustrated, maybe even more so than disappointed. He needs game times. He needs minutes. I think there needs to be 4 or 5 changes from the team that started at Anfield a week ago. But they need. I don't want to see too many kids play, as in kids that are not already in our first team squad. This is about playing a strong team to beat Liverpool today, but equally getting minutes under the belts of some of our fringe players. Mason Greenwood has to start, in my opinion, today. Van der Beek being another. I would like to see Tuanzebe get some game time as well. Now, these individual players are still capable of beating Liverpool, but they need their game time. They need their minutes. It's true. On Diallo, let me just say about this. There's a lot of reports. We heard Ole speak about him the other day, and he was talking about how Diallo has really impressed him and his teammates, and everybody at Carrington is really excited about this prospect. And that's great. The reports on socials are that they're playing it down. The reports on socials are that actually he isn't just impressing people at Carrington. He is absolutely blowing their minds. He has been absolutely sensational. But Ole wants to play it down because he knows that the level of expectation that comes with the comment. If Ole comes out and says, I've never seen a player like this since Ronaldo in training, then there's an expectation for him to start. There's an expectation for him to play. There's an expectation for him to deliver. There's an expectation for him to not make mistakes. There is also this kind of ridiculous pressure that's going to be applied to this young man in the same way we see Mason Greenwood going through. We look at Jadon Sancho from a British perspective, killing it in Germany. But 2 years running, he's had a sort of 4 or 5 week period last season and this year where he's been a little bit off the boil, and bang, straight away, the crows are circling, everybody, or vultures are circling, they're waiting to sort of drop down the corpse and peck his eyes out. And look, I'd love to see Diallo in this squad. I would love for him to have turned up 3 hours later when the media had disappeared, so there wasn't a hype and build up to this. I would like it to be done cloak and dagger, and then his name just appear on the bench today or something along those lines. I doubt it's going to happen. I don't think he's going to play. I would love us to do it that way around, because if he was on the bench tonight, like if his name was there and everyone was like, all right, he's going to be, he's going to be on the bench, or he's going to be playing. He was with the first team squad at the hotel. The expectations level would rise, and I'm telling you now, Conor McGregor lost last night, and I was chatting to people about it, and most of them are angry because they don't feel that Conor McGregor has reached the level that they expected him to. It's like, yeah, you're doing it again, aren't you? You're angry at somebody for not achieving what you wanted them to achieve. You're not thinking about them and what was important to them and what they wanted, and are they happy with their legacy? That's a question that needs to be put out here. And we'll end up doing it with Diallo. Oh, Diallo's going to be as good as Messi. Diallo's going to have the impact for us Ronaldo did. And if 18 months in he's not delivering to the level that you expected, he's going to get hate and anger for it. So we all need to slow down so much. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. A comment here from Yusuf, one of our members, says Bayern and Real Madrid wanted Van der Beek and we still got him. Bellingham, we couldn't guarantee him a game, whilst Haaland, we didn't want to do the release clause. Yeah, you're right on that. I mean, all the things you said there, Yusuf, are right. I is your reference saying that we could still win the Upamecano deal? I assume that's what you're talking about here. Shane 10 says, Terrace, Tuanzebe, Donny and Van der Beek should start. Yeah, I completely agree. I'd love to see all of them in that starting lineup. By the way, Diallo isn't with the squad for tomorrow. No, yeah, I've seen that as well. And it's probably a good thing, if we're being honest, in the grand scheme him even playing and doing well against Liverpool could be a bad thing for us. Look at the way some people treat Rashford because he scored 4 goals in his first 2 games, and they had this weird, deluded, crazy expectation that that level of goal scoring would continue for an 18-year-old, like it ever does or ever has in the Premier League. Rashford was going to be different from everybody else. Nice one. Josh here says, remember, every winger that came in was hyped to break the number 7 curse of Ronaldo. Just let him be. Exactly, Josh. You're absolutely right in relation to that. You really, really are. You said you would do the same thing yesterday, pay the 55 million and be comfortable with him coming in the summer. Oh, yeah, I'd be comfortable with it. I don't think it's happening, though. There's a difference between me saying what I would like to happen and what I think is actually going on. And I don't think it's happening, my brother. I don't think it's happening. Baz here says he needs to settle. He's just a kid learning the ropes in England. Absolutely. Man like Ads is here. Ads says Fred, Pogba, and Van der Beek must play. Give Bruno a break. So much energy with these 3. It needs to happen. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that as a midfield 3. I think that could do bits. That could do serious bits. I'd be happy with it. I have a feeling Bruno Fernandes will play, though. This is to United fans. Don't get sucked in with rivals' opinions on Diallo. Back your player. He is a raw talent. And do you know what? Genwil, sorry. You're right. 110%. This is a case of stand your ground a little bit. What will happen with Diallo is every game he plays where he's not 10 out of 10, he'll be ridiculed by rivals. What rivals will look to do is to create doubt in the same way that they've done with Rashford, in the same way they've done with Bruno, in the same way they've done with Martial, same way with Pogba. They feed it in, and then you'll get a percentage of Man United fans that will from that point take it forward to that next level, continually criticizing, continually having a go, continually moaning, crying, boo-hooing, meh, 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 meh. It's almost obvious what's going to happen. And some weak basement-dwelling Man United fans will be like, oh, I might be able to get attention through this. So they'll turn. It's as simple and straightforward as that. Some will. Simon here says 4-2-3-1. This will be the team today. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Terrace, Fred, Van der Beek, Greenwood, Fernandes, Cavani, Martial, Man United 2-1. Listen, listen, that again, that starting lineup wouldn't bother me. Most important thing today for Manchester United is to win this football match. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. Win the game. That's what needs to happen today. And everyone's going to have an opinion on who should start, what formation, Just let the damn game play. Let the damn game play. Nick here says Diallo might be in the squad. They mentioned 22 players. Diallo is staying at the Larry Hotel already, so might be in the... Ooh, you just got me very, very excited. You just got me excited. Excited, yes you did. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not going to allow... So he's already at the hotel because he lives there. You know that meme with that dude who'd be like, nah, I can't. I see you got me gassed, Nick. Nicky Thomas. Oh, Tommy. Thomas the Tank. Don't do this to me, bruv. Nicky Piqué. No. Diallo's going to play. Diallo's going to play, bruv. He started. He's in the lineup. Nick, you're right. I don't know. You're not. You might not be. The meme is roll safe. Yeah, I don't know what the man's name is. I know what the meme is. Oh, no. Nick, I'm actually annoyed with you, Nicky boy. Make sure you're all smashing that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Terry, why are you suggesting a weakened team? Don't you want to win the FA Cup? Twisted Bubba, you love playing devil's advocate, don't you, dear sir? Don't you? I'm not suggesting a weakened team. I'm suggesting a rotated team that is still exceedingly strong and holds the capability of beating Liverpool. That's what I'm suggesting. Not a weakened team. Terry wants him to play badly. Of course I want Diallo to play. You'd have to be a very strange Man United fan and not want to see him. The difference is with me, unless he's absolutely cack game after game after game, like not Cho from Chelsea, Chong, I'll give him time to develop. The one issue I had with man like Chong is that there was never a moment when he was on the field in the United shirt where I went, oh yeah, he's got a little bit of sank about him. You can nearly always tell inside the first couple of games whether a play. Look at Emil Smith Rowe, comes in and straight away it's like Saka straight away, boom, you could see class. Greenwood, class. Rashford, class. Sterling, class. Grealish, when he made his debut, class. Sancho, class. McTominay, class. You just have these players. First game, you're like, you can see a baller. Do you know what I'm saying? You can just see it. You just see it, bruv. That's damn right there. Man like ads, get everyone to join the Discord server. We are going to be putting the stream out there now, the link out there now for you guys to call in and have your say on. I do love how nobody noticed the name that I dropped in there subtly. Keep trolling. Keep trolling. I love trolling people. It's fun. I like a friendly troll. I nearly had I nearly went mental though earlier on the internet, right? I saw this guy mimicking and laughing at Maguire and like abusing his followers, like abusing people, saying, oh, that's a bit harsh. Do you know what I mean? Man's just had a hard fight. He's hurt. Respect him. He's like, nah, F him, F his supporters, scum this, scum that. Oh, okay. The guy's got a big following as well, like 55,000 people follow him. Has mental health advocate in his title. Right, see, I hate all this sort of stuff. That nearly did melt and liquidize the Alpha Still. It nearly did. I felt like the T2 in the T2 thing in Terminator 2, the liquid metal thing. That's how it nearly happened to my Alpha Still. So I'm looking at it going, I'm so annoyed with these people. You claim to care about mental health. No, you don't. No, you claim to care about the mental health of things that you care of people you care about or groups you care about. Not everyone. So hush your damn mouth. Anyway, I digress. Super chat here says, don't care about anything else. We're winning and I'm staying quiet. I think that's what you're saying there, bruv. That is the hard. I mean, I'm dyslexic, so that's kind of how word looks to me when I read anyway, bruv. That's if anyone wants to know what it's like to be dyslexic. When I read, what you see on the screen now is pretty much what I see all the time. So yeah. If you never, yeah, that's what a dyslexic's brain tells them that letters look like. Super chat here says, do you think Van der Beek will start? I do, and I hope, and I pray, and I beg. I say, please, please release him. Just let him go. There we go. Let's get the first caller on. Man like ads. What you saying, bro?
Listen, I'm gassed for this game now, man. Listen, everyone in chat's been gassing it up. I'm so gassed, and I think we can get a result tonight, man. I really do, and I'm quiet when we win, and I'm quiet when we lose. But that's just the way I am, man. I'd like to see a midfield of Fred, Van der Beek, and Pogba, mainly for the fact that you have Pogba and Fred alone. You've seen the energy, especially against Fulham, and this partnership needs to happen, man. Frogba FC is what the thing is at the moment. You know what I'm trying to say? They need to play. I'd like to see more Van der Beek and Fred because we've seen them play in that one game. It was very good. Nice surface in the midfield with Bruno. And yeah, man, there's a lot of tenacity in that team at the moment. So I'd like to see them just mix up together. Hopefully Diallo can start. I think it would be good if he does, or he can just come on today for a few minutes. I think it would be good to get his confidence buzzing. And then soon he'll just follow up into an important part of the team.
Yeah, fingers crossed with Diallo. I'd like to see it. My only worry is, like I say, I pray that the mob like him. So the
Mm.
mob dislike McTominay, dislike Maguire, dislike Rashford. I pray that they love him, because if they don't, for whatever, like I actually hope he doesn't come out and praise Ollie or something stupid like that. Do you get where I'm coming from? Like,
Yeah,
because
bro.
he needs the mob on his side so he's left alone, because they will come for him. They will hunt him down. Like Man United's two Bob mob are the only thing that makes me fearful about Diallo's career at Manchester United, because those people are poisonous, dangerous little trolls. And they do get inside people's heads. And then what they do is they create a narrative for rivals. And then the rivals help create a narrative for the media. And it becomes a self-fulfilling sort of prophecy.
We've seen it before though, with Greenwood and Chong, especially in the we lost to Valencia 2-1. I think it was 18-19 season. We played the youth. Listen, Chong got buried. Bernard got buried on social media. It wasn't a nice sight, but let's just hope Ahmed just makes a good impression on the fans, man, because I think he's a talented guy, man, and
Yeah,
hopefully he expresses himself out of our
I
team.
agree. I hope that he does as well. And these agendas run deep, and that's the irony with the mob, because they're all big fans of Pogba, and they should be fans of Pogba. He's amazing. But I've seen a lot of tweets in the last week saying, "Oh, Pogba's finally found high-level consistency at United." And I read it, and I just think to myself, "You're all mad." The patch he's going through is the high end of Paul Pogba, which every single season at this club, he has had a period or a number of periods like this in each season. What then happens is he goes through a more normal period. I wouldn't call it average, a normal period of performances. But because nobody else was stepping up to the plate, Man United's overall performance levels dropped. And it was, see, when Pogba don't turn up, you guys don't perform. It's Pogba's fault, because he should be turning up more. He should be more consistent. Now that we have, Rashford who's grown, Cavani that's come in, Bruno that's grown and is delivering as an example. We now have actually whoever our midfield in general was improved over time. Fred weren't a player 2 years ago. This time last year he was playing well. This time 15 months ago and beyond, no one wanted him in starting lineups, because he'd been dead for the first over a year, 15, 18 months of his time here. So I think now what you're seeing is a more conducive team playing better football with more match winners. So everyone's like, oh, Pogba's become more consistent now. It's like, no, you just don't notice him when he's having an average game, because other people step up. And that's why I worry about the mob getting Diallo, because if you create a false narrative at the beginning, it's hard to get rid of. I mean, some people still refer to him as being this virus, and Ollie was unequivocal. He basically confirmed what Jose had said, but didn't confirm the players, that there's some problems in this dressing room and they won't be here for much longer. We're still fighting to keep Pogba. Like that. And these same people that call Pogba a virus love Ollie. And it's like, the man you love plays him every week. Shouldn't that in itself should be enough to tell you that you're chatting pure dog breath, dog fart, do you know what I mean? Morning breath bollocks. Hush your mat. But it doesn't, because agendas run deep with people. Ads, appreciate you coming on, mate, and having your say. Speak to you again soon. All the best, mate. Thank you. Next up on the show, we got Josh Sutton. Josh, welcome back. What do you want to say, mate?
Hey, morning. How you doing, Terry?
Yeah, I'm very well. What's on your mind?
Oh, apart from your morning beautiful soundtrack that was gracing my ears earlier in the feed, no, I'm actually really gassed about this game. Really excited. I think it's bigger than a lot of people are making out. I mean, when you look at the fact we just come off a draw with Liverpool in the league, but if we can have a rotated team to go on and beat them, just think about how much confidence that will put in the rest of the squad moving forward. I know the FA Cup is kind of its own little bubble and its own little competition, but I mean, just say if we can get, I'd love to see Van der Beek, Fred, and Pogba in a midfield three, and I'd love to see Van der Beek bossing it and get us over the line to send a message to Ollie that hey, he's actually class and he could be ready now. Like there's a lot of impacts in this game that can have a good knock on effect if we get the right result in the league. Yeah. So, and as for Diallo, I'm not overly fussed one way or the other if he comes in now or if he makes a late appearance or if he's comes on say against Arsenal or Sheffield or something. The guy's only young. What, he's 18 like he's come from Atalanta, who didn't play him very much because I think there's that agreement when it came to the transfer, don't play him too much, we don't want to get an injured player, etc. But the amount of the amount of noise surrounding him, you can't ignore it, but you also don't want to overhype it. Ollie's doing his usual wonderful man management, trying to play it down, trying to keep the kid protected because he's going to be a target no matter what. I mean, his price tag, while not hefty, is still decent size, and a kid coming straight into Manchester United, the biggest club, there's eyes are going to be on him instantly. So there you have it. Yeah.
I totally agree. And the Man United fan base here has to be strong and be together and have to protect this young man because the vultures will be circling straight away to try and put him down. There's no doubt. Josh, appreciate you calling the show, mate, as ever. Chat to you again soon, my brother. Next up on the show, we're going to have man like Mr. Tokyo's back with us. Then we're going to have Pav. What you saying, bro?
What's up, man? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very, very well. Yourself?
Yeah, doing well. Pretty excited for the game. I mean, there have been it's been strange because I've been talking to some fans today who I haven't spoken to in a while. And, they're obviously, I'm focused on the league as well, but some of them are very focused on it to a point where they're kind of not giving enough attention to this game as it should deserve. I think any game against Liverpool is a good game, regardless of, form goes out the window, right? So it's a big game. It's we can get one up on them if we can kick them out of the cup. Especially, you've been talking about Diallo. I personally think I agree with everything you say. I just think it'd be really, really cool if we can have a debutant in the team, whether he starts or whether he comes off the bench, which seems more likely. However, and we still get a win, that'd be like a nice feather.
Yeah, I hear you. Sorry to interrupt you. Have you got music on in the background?
No, I don't. Why? Do you hear something?
Yeah, I can hear music. And my channel, I get struck for copyright. It's gone now. It seems to have stopped. Yeah, I could hear some music playing, but it seems to have disappeared now. If they're done playing it, maybe it's I don't know where that's coming from. But yeah, I could hear it in my ears. It's no problem. No, I hear you about what you said about Man United fans not taking this seriously. I find that just so strange because, and I'm not sure what the rationale behind it is. In recent years, I think both the domestic cup competitions get treated in this sort of way where the irony is we discount these competitions, but at the same time, the same people discounting it are the ones who shout the loudest when we get knocked out of it or if we lose a semi-final in it. So for me, it's where's the energy, bruv? Like I literally saw 3 or 4 Ollie outers yesterday tweeting about how they don't enjoy FA Cup weekends. It's a dead weekend. Games are boring. Competition's dead. But they're the same people that cry when we go out of the semi-finals in it. So it's either a case, do you want to win this tournament or not? And if you want to win it, why you disrespect? It can't be a dead tournament. And at the same time, you get angry and frustrated when you're not winning it. That for me is oxymoronic. It's hypocritical. And again, it just demonstrates that you don't actually mean what you say. You're not angry when we lose these games. You're just looking for attention on social media. It's as simple as that for me. Pav's here with us as well. Pav, what you saying, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Yeah, you were just talking about certain people disregarding like these competitions like the Carling Cup and the FA Cup. Like big clubs like us, we should be going for everything. Like obviously at the moment we're in a good position in the league. And personally, I think you should be resting some of your players and focusing on the league, especially where we are. But we shouldn't be resting that many players that we're playing like fringe players pretty much in like this FA Cup game. I wouldn't expect Ollie to bench a lot of our starting 11. There'll be a couple of changes. I think someone like Dan James and Donny van der Beek will come in, but I don't think you'll see much change to the defence or up front either. I think Bruno will still play, and I still think Rashford, possibly Cavani will still play. But yeah, you're 100% correct. Like about the people who disregard a competition, but they'll be the first ones who come out and literally with their pitchforks and slate Ollie if he got knocked out. They'll be the first ones to talk, and they're the sort of fans like. I don't even call fans. I just think that they're just there for clicks and views, get a decent following, because that's what social media is nowadays. More people are less interested in enjoying the game and more interested in gathering followers. Like that's what it's come to nowadays.
It's like I said last night about the Conor McGregor thing, right? Which is obviously a completely different scenario and a completely different sport. But I'm seeing people with things like I'm a mental health advocate, and I just go for their little tweets. They're always talking about being kind to each other and nice and defending certain other people being attacked. But yet the kind of the Mickey taking, the laughter, and then some of the kind of aggressive things I've said back to his supporters that are saying, are you not being a bit hypocritical considering you care about certain things? It's people. The reason why the person's doing it is this. Sometimes on social media, standing up for mental health makes you very popular. Oh my God, you're amazing. I love you. And by the way, it's a worthwhile thing to stand up for because it's a serious thing that needs attention. But then when it becomes when the Overton window changes for a small period of time, and it's what will get you a lot of traction right now is taking the mickey out of a fighter who's just been knocked out, then they move to that. Oh, right now it's going to be fashionable to criticize this person. Oh, okay, cool. I'm going to criticize, troll, be aggressive, be angry. Oh, it's changed. You've now got to be nice to that person because we found out their dog's got cancer. Oh, it's so bad. Everyone should leave them alone now. Think of the mental health. People fluctuate between this all the time. I see the way Ollie Outers treat Ollie and the way they defend Paul Pogba, all based on people shouldn't have agendas. You had Mary from She Devil United. Mary, I like her stuff. The way she says that people shouldn't speak about Ollie and the way she speaks about Paul Pogba, the hypocrisy in that is mad. Equally, the way I hear Ollie Outers talk about Ollie and then the way they talk about Paul Pogba is mad. The way I hear people throw agendas at Rashford, but then get angry about agendas against Martial is mad. And I just look at and it's for me, people go, right, what? They pick a side and it's like, with this group I've picked, what do I need to do to keep these people loving me, retweeting me, circulating me? I know I've got to hate on this group and these people and these subjects and love this group and these people and this subject. And that's literally what I do. And the only time they change is when the Overton window changes and the group that they've adopted as their sort of social media family says to them, oh, it's now okay to criticize X, or it's now okay to criticize Y, or actually we no longer hate this person, we'll flip it. You know, we've seen very famous examples of this. The same very media who hounded Caroline Flack after her arrest and alleged assault on her boyfriend were the same people saying we need to be kind to each other when she devastatingly took her own life. And I just sit there and think, well, if you want to be kind to everyone all the time. If you want to be horrible, I don't think that's the right thing to do. But have the same energy for everybody in that space. People don't. And that's to your point, it's in the sports area now. People, I don't believe 95% of people's opinions when it comes to Ollie. I think they're putting out an opinion they think is going to get traction, that they think is going to make them popular, that it's going to get a few blue ticks and a few people go, oh, yeah, we'll get you on this show or we'll do this. And for me, it's just have the same energy. I have opinions, by the way. They're not all positive. So I'm not saying the world should be positive. You shouldn't criticize people before any dullard basement dwellers. By the way, that's not a nice comment, but I say that. Troll tries to twist it into this. And when the people I'm calling basement dwellers, by the way, are trolls. Not standardized normal people. But I'm fair. The way I defend Rashford is how I defend Pogba, is how I defend Ollie, is the way I defended Fellaini. Didn't like Fellaini, but when people are, I was the only fan channel, including the gigantic ones, that defended Fellaini when people were wishing cancer on him, hoping that he'd break his legs in training. They were all like, oh, I'll stay silent about that one because the base of my core base that watched me hate Fellaini. So me defending him is going to turn people against me. I have rival channels on loads of rival fans on this channel. I'll still criticize their team. Every time I criticize a rival, I see my subscriber numbers dip. But I ain't going to stop criticizing them because I lose subscribers. It ain't about that. Authenticity, it's real, it's proper. And we've kind of digressed on this now, but I think it does stand true. I'm still hearing that music. It's like a piano.
I'm sorry. Not me. I'm in an empty room.
My sister playing the piano. I'm sorry.
Cool.
It's not any copyright. Yeah.
No. I thought it was like a window open and stuff, and I was like, I did a few months ago. I had a newspaper up. Advert played very quietly in the background, and then when the video processed,
it happens.
Right, I was like, oh shit!
I know they really screw up with that.
It's free to play the piano. Like,
I'm sorry about that. Is it okay if I ask a question just related to the game, real quick? I'm just curious.
It's
I mean, just going off of what you're saying, I agree. I think people like a crave for approval, if you know what I mean. So whether they genuinely believe in that opinion or not, if they think it's an exclusive opinion, and if they know that they're going to be a bunch of exclusive people approving that of that opinion, people want it, right? And at the same time, I also think when you focus too much on individuals, the whole passion for the club, the love for the club also gets lost in that. Now, moving on from that, with regards to the game today, I have a question, because me personally, if I had to pick my back four, I would go with Wan-Bissaka, Tuanzebe, Maguire, because he's going to play, and I'd go with Terrace. Now, there have been some people, fair point, there have been some people who've been saying they'd play Tuanzebe on the right wing instead of Aaron Wan-Bissaka and play Lindelof in the middle with Maguire. Now, there are two things here which concerns me. One is his injury record. We should manage him well. And two is, it's the line. We already played Lindelof in the game in the league, which was fine because a draw was a good result. In this game, we kind of have nothing to lose. We should go for it and win it. So why not just go with the more attacking back line? What do you guys think?
I agree. I like Tuanzebe. I think he can play right back. I thought Wan-Bissaka is, generally speaking, excellent against the bigger teams. He switched on. He defends well. I think we need him in the team today. And if we don't pick him, I would go with Williams. I want someone that's more attack-minded.
Isn't he injured though? Him and Jones are the only ones injured. Apparently.
Oh, is he out injured? I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Jones has been injured for a year or something now. So
I mean, Jones. I'd rather start with 10 men. I love Jones. I do. But, at a point, just he never needs another opportunity.
Yeah.
But I hear you on that. We've got Mohammed on the line now.
Let's move on. Super has had enough now, I think. Let's move on to United being Liverpool take 2 in the FA Cup, the one game.
Oh, my God. See, that is a video that opened up in the background. I was like, who's speaking? We've got Mohammed, fan. How are you feeling ahead of today's game, mate?
I think it's going to be a very tight game like last week. But both teams probably with the strength. I know I said that last time they'll play a full team, but I've changed my mind about that because I just have a feeling that both teams will play their second strings.
Yeah, when you say second string, I don't know whose microphone's making that noise. When you say second string, how deep are you referring to? Like when you, how many? Name some of your
8,
players.
9 players.
Yeah, but name me your second string players that you think will start.
Players like Minamino, Origi, Nico Williams, Kelly.
Do you think you'll play sort of any academy players that people outside of United haven't heard of?
Probably, yeah.
Well, see, if you do that, Man United won't. Man United will be playing first team players. I don't think any new youth academy players are going to be given an opportunity. We are, we're not. I mean, Jones and Rojo are injured. We wouldn't play either of them two in this game if they were fit, as an example. We are still playing our first team, and we will have our stars on the bench. United will play a team today that started, barring probably Van der Beek, started Premier League games this year, Champions League games. I think Liverpool, if you play a weakened team, Liverpool fans won't say this out loud. I think there'll be so much disappointment and so much frustration from your fan base giving up the FA Cup again. Most years you've defended it because you've been challenging for Champions Leagues and you've been challenging for Premier Leagues. But if you throw this away, it's Man United. Liverpool need to play their strongest possible team. You don't play again until Thursday. But I think if you play the likes of Williams and Phillips at the back, if you start Nico Williams at right back and stuff like that, you're just gonna honestly, you're gonna get slapped. You're gonna get slapped if you do that. I really do think so. But listen, boys, I appreciate all of you coming on. We're gonna get some more callers on now to have their say as well. Thanks, you all very, very much indeed for coming on. Pav, cheers. Mr. Tokyo, Mohammed, really appreciate your support on the Terrace. As always, we've got Paul on the show next. Paul, welcome back to the Terrace, mate. What do you want to say?
Hi, Terry.
You there, Paul?
Hi. Huh?
No, Paul's not speaking. Nav, we've got Naveen back on the show. What are you saying, buddy?
Hi, Terry. Good morning.
Morning. What do you want to say, bud?
Yeah, for the FA Cup game against Liverpool, I think both teams would line up a strong lineup. Sorry, because against Burnley, Liverpool actually rested Firmino and Salah. They came in only the second half, and seeing from what they had lined up against Aston Villa under 23, they would definitely come up with a very strong side. And for us, United, yes, I do think we would go with a very strong side. Bruno have said it, and Bruno might start the game. So I think it's going to be a very strong side from United, anyways.
Yeah, mate, listen, I hope and I pray that happens. By the way, Paul, I've seen your comment. Yeah, call back in and see if we can get you on. Just couldn't hear you. No sound was coming through. Try calling back, mate, and we'll get you on. Yeah, I hope for a strong team from United today. It looks like it. We've seen the squad that stayed at the hotel last night.
Yes, in Lorry Hotel.
No doubt. Naveen, thank you very much for coming on, having your say. Comment here says, Terry, you are a hypocrite. Show me how. Show me how. Please, my brother. Next up, we've got Fixer. Fixer, welcome back to the Football Terrace. What you saying, bro?
Hello, Terry. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, mate. What you saying?
Yeah, basically, I'm excited about the game today. It's gonna be a good one. I think we should go with our strongest possible team. I know a lot of like what you were saying earlier, a lot of people tend to disregard the FA Cup and League Cup, but you have to understand that managers like Guardiola and Mourinho, and even Arsene Wenger, all these guys were really successful in this competition. Even Alex Ferguson had one of the highest FA Cup wins before Arsene Wenger came and took the record. So in order to build a winning mentality, you need to pick up these little cup competitions first, and then obviously build that mentality to go for the bigger ones. And another thing I wanted to say was about what you were saying earlier about how people criticize Solskjaer. I used to watch other fan channels, and things they said about him was so disgusting. People used to call him PE teacher. There's even one guy, I don't want to say his name. He said he doesn't like Solskjaer at all. That even if Solskjaer won the league, he would like Solskjaer to resign right after that. And I was like, how stupid does that come across? Like, why would he? It's like these people think this is FIFA. They don't understand that behind every footballer or manager, they have families. They have they have to provide and stuff. So why would someone win the league, get his reps that high, and then resign? Because when you resign, you obviously forfeit your right to get compensation and stuff like that. So it's really some people look at football and think of it as a video game. They don't understand that these people are actually earning a living and they're actually working for their families and stuff. So and also the criticism of players like Pogba and stuff like that, it's just really disgusting the way people, especially with Solskjaer. I mean, before he got us to the top of the league, people used to say the most horrible things about him, call him a PE teacher. Some people even used to call him smuggle or something, like diss him about the way he looks and stuff.
You know what it is, bro? Like, I think for me, the PE teacher comments don't overtly bother me, and sort of the silly nicknames. It's where people have become, I see it's the the swear words, the nasty names, the insults are the ones where I think are mad. Well, that's where I kind of draw the line. But again, the same as I said before, like I never liked Fellaini at this club. Like legitimately, Fellaini used to annoy me, bruv. Like I'd get so annoyed at Fellaini, but I wouldn't call him a cunt. I wouldn't call him an effing this and effing that. And if I did, then do you know? I did actually. Let me rephrase. Let me go back to the beginning. I did speak about football players and Man United managers like Moyes and others in that way. And this is why I always talk from a place of experience. I kind of reflected on my own self, and I watched all that happened. I was doing some work, and we kind of watched back some old videos of ourselves, and I was embarrassed of myself. I looked like such a knob. And I looked like a knob. It was aggressive, thuggish. And in the cold light of day, I think at that time, I thought it made me look like a better fan. Like I'm more passionate than you because look how angry I'm getting. I'm getting so angry. I'm being nasty about people. That makes that my logic in my head was that makes me a better fan. And it doesn't. And yeah, I agree with you. Like, you want to call him a PE teacher, say he's got no tactics. I'll disagree with you on that. When it becomes,
sorry, one more thing.
When it becomes personal, that's for me where I have to draw the line. But there's no point wasting energy on people like that. You're better off just doing what I do and giggle and laugh at them, because they're actually, like I said, I thought I was cool doing it. And when I watched myself back, I realized what a pathetic little cardboard cutout thug I looked like behaving in that way.
Yeah, and it's quite infectious as well. I remember when Lukaku was here, Lukaku got a lot of stick. People literally, degraded him, talked about his first touch and stuff. But then I'm one person who I never agreed with Lukaku, the stick he got, and even the fact that he was sold, because he was a proven goal scorer. His job was to score goals. His first touch, and even the first touch thing was a bit overplayed. He had a decent, or he didn't have a good first touch, but he could do other things, like he could pass the ball for quite good, and he could cross quite good as well. So I think Lukaku got the wrong end of the stick. And ultimately, his unpopularity and everything. And I understood, Solskjaer didn't really like his style of play, but I didn't think Lukaku deserved all that smoke he got. Obviously towards the end, he didn't do himself any disservice, because he was putting out some private stuff from the training ground out there, but that was because it got too much for him. He couldn't understand why he was getting all this smoke, and then he had to somehow try to prove himself, which he shouldn't really have done. He should have just let his football do the talking. And I think the fan base needs to fall back a bit, and I'm really worried about Diallo as well. If he comes on and doesn't deliver straight away, I'm worried that people are just going to jump, all negative on him, and that could, destroy his spirit. I just praying that he comes on and does a Martial today and scores against Liverpool, and hopefully he'll kick on from there. And
Yeah, listen, I hope he does. I hope he does the same. It'd be amazing. It'd be another great little moment and party for fans in this season. It really would. Listen, Fixer, thanks for coming on, having your same, mate. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Next up, we're going to have Legacy on the line. Legacy, welcome to the Football Terrace. What do you want to say?
Hey, Jerry, how are you?
I'm very, very well. Yeah, I can hear you fine, bro. What's on your mind?
So I'm a Chelsea fan, so this is a Man United topic at the moment, is it?
I mean, what do you want to talk about?
We'll talk about Man U's chances of winning the Premier League. How about that?
Go for it. Give me your thoughts.
I think it's a bit still premature, but it's still up there. You never know. I think Man City is the favorite, but I think Man United are the underdogs to win it, to be honest.
Yeah, you're right. Man United are the underdogs. Man United are not favorites to win it. I would say, if we actually look now, I'm going to put this in odds to win the Premier League. Right, we'll look at these odds live on the air. We'll get odds checker up here. So interestingly, Man United are down as third favorite. So favorites to win it are City, Liverpool are second, Man United third, then it's Leicester, then Tottenham, then Everton, then Villa. But Chelsea are behind Villa in terms of that. So Man United with the bookies are in third. So yeah.
So
is it? Come with you. I'm working. Do you want to come say hello? No. Baby, I'm working. Come here. Come here. Come here, darling. You want me to come look at the snow?
How cute.
Come here. Just come here a second. Hello. You want to say hello? Do you want me to come see the snow?
Yeah.
Hello. Is it snowing? Come with you? Yeah. Right, do you want me to leave these people and come with you? Yeah. All right, Daddy, be 2 minutes and I'll come find you, okay? I'll be there in 2 minutes, okay? All right, go get dressed and I'll be with you in a minute. We'll go out in the snow. There we go. Yeah, I'll come out in the snow. You just go get dressed, sweetness, and I'll speak to you in a minute.
So
sorry about that. Kid be kid. She's like, snowing. Come now. So I'm just working, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so Man United are second stroke third favourites. I mean, some of the bookies actually have us as second favourites now. But yeah, City. It's Man United are still there's still odds against us. So it's like 12-1, 11-2, 5-1. Pretty similar to Liverpool, where City are odds on to win it, which means you have to risk more money in your bet than you actually win back. It's no point betting on them. It's like there's certainty. So no, I agree with what you said there, mate. Listen, Legacy, thank you for calling in and having your say. Really do appreciate that, my man. Terry still. No, I didn't drink last night, bro. Nope. I'm on quite a healthy. I'm quite a healthy diet at the minute. I've had a few little tipples every now and then, but no, I've been pretty good. I actually surprised myself. I stayed up all night and watched UFC. I didn't eat any food. Normally, I'd sit up and eat like 2 boxes of Pringles, crisps, other crisps, chocolate, do a bottle of vodka with like juice or something and whatever. And no, I didn't do any of that. Very happy days. Simple as that. We're going to go to Orlando Sparks. Orlando Sparks, welcome to the Football Terrace. What do you want to say, bro?
How's it going, Terry? All right?
Yeah, I'm very, very good. What's on your mind?
Yeah, actually, I just want to talk about Ollie for a second.
Go for it, bro.
So, if my memory serves me right, I believe Ollie took over the club when we were at 14th or something like that.
Correct.
Yeah, good. And he took the club from.
Well, I don't think we were 14th. I think we were a little bit. I don't think we were 14th, but we were I think we were 14 points away from the top 4.
Well, yeah,
basically. A long way away. Yeah.
So, let's just say that was Wolves, for example. A guy came in, started to manage Wolves, Southampton, any other club, and they're where they are now. Do you think? Can you imagine the praise that Nuno would be getting, or any other manager would be getting for that?
Mate, forget any other club. If any other manager, barring Ollie, came in and took Man United, who hadn't been in a title race since 2013, had spent £9 billion on players with barely any of them hitting the heights. This new manager comes in and turns around some of those failing players. Matic, Fred,
Pogba,
changes everybody's minds about Paul Pogba. Develops Martial's had his best time at United in the last 8. He's having a bit of a poor season this year, but last year was Martial's best season. Got Greenwood, 100%. Rashford's gone to next levels. He identified and found and purchased Bruno Fernandes. He's helped fix our back line. He's got the best out of Luke Shaw, as an example.
Facts.
Just those things alone. You look at that, and then the progression each year. Caught up with the top 4 in his first half season, didn't quite make it. His second full season comes 3rd in the league. Now he's sitting top of the league. To not recognize that as just, even if you dislike the style, even if you dislike his press conferences, even if you don't like him because he's not fashionable, I'm cool with that. Just recognize 1 or 2, and this has probably always been my issue with Ollie Out, as why I can't take him seriously anymore.
I was one, by the way.
Not recognize any of the things I've mentioned, plus the multiple others that people out there could list, and not look at any of it and go, do you know what? He's done a really good job here and there. It is what it is. I'll go back to the Fellaini example as a player. Didn't like him, but his performance in the FA Cup semi-final in 2016 was really good, so I praised him for it. When he scored winning goals for us, I praised him for it. When he had a good game, I was like, he played well today, because I didn't hate him. And this is the problem people have. I don't believe them, because I don't believe these football minds that talk so negatively about Ollie. I don't believe that they don't see how good or bad he is. I think they're faking. I think they're posing. I think they're pretenders. And it just is what it is, man. Bro, I appreciate you coming on and having your say. Everyone who's tuned in this morning, thank you. Please check out Manscaped. They're our title sponsors. Go and order your male grooming products from there. The link's in the description below. But also join the Discord server as well. It's growing by numbers, up to nearly 2,000 people in there now. The chat rooms in there are absolutely amazing. You guys love the chat here, so you'll love the chat over there as well. You'll always get notifications about when we go live. We've already set up the streams for the Man United match reaction and midnight vibes as well. So go onto the homepage of the Football Terrace, bookmark them videos, get yourselves ready, because as I say, that's you'll be able to watch that all just that little bit later when they come out. But until then, everybody, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.